1 year after Caesar's assassination. It is autumn, and like the season, Rome is on the decline. Caesar's murderers are no longer known as the Liberators. The Pedia law has declared them public enemies. Nearly all of them have taken refuge in their distant provinces. The time has come for accounts to be settled between the Caesarians and the defenders of the Republican law. Once more the air rings with the clash of arms, and civil war, thought to be a thing of the past, reigns again. Around Caesar's body jostles a greedy crowd of potential heirs, each claiming to know what is contained in the dictator's will, which cannot be found. At the same time, an event occurs in the well-to-do Palatine area that to all appearances seems nothing more than a domestic tragedy. The noble Titinius has drunk from a cup handed to him by his pretty wife Aurelia. Suddenly, he collapses, struck down by a virulent poison. Aurelia is declared guilty and thrown into the sinister Mamertine prison. Completely stunned, she does not even attempt to protest her innocence. Guilty, yes, but of what? For serving a love potion to her wayward husband, as she claims? Guilty of a crime of passion, or an accomplice in a far-reaching political plot? Heracles Prasinus, for that's your name, brave Decurion in the Asian armies. Seize your chance. Leave Pergamum and come to Rome to save the woman you love. Woo her again and rub shoulders with Brutus, Cleopatra, Mark Antony, and Octavian. And who knows? Maybe you will succeed in carving a niche for yourself among the great.
Good day. You must be Titinius's secretary. You must have been aware of your master's business. I'm relying heavily on you to help find an explanation for this crime.
There's no doubt in my mind. It was the act of a loving wife, no longer very young, who dreaded divorce, the jealousy of a betrayed woman.
With whom might Titinius have been unfaithful to his wife?
I don't know. My master's private life was none of my business. But inheritance may also have been a motive. Titinius was rich.
It's an interesting lead. But who was his heir?
I saw Titinius writing his will alone. He even refused my help. But so far it's remained impossible to find.
It's disturbing, nonetheless. A wife getting a love potion that turns out to be poison just after she finds out that her husband has made a will. Since it's part of your job, you must know how to reveal a document written in invisible ink.
Yes, and a lot of papers have disappeared. His correspondence with his friend Cicero and his will, among others. You can use the flame of a lamp, but don't hold it too close. Otherwise, goodbye parchment.
Greetings, soldier. I've been ordered to conduct a search of the peristyle. Have you seen anything of interest?
No one enters the peristyle without proof that Aurelia is innocent, by orders of the aedile.
We're both military men. Surely we can come to an arrangement. What if I were to give you 100 sesterces for a quick look around?
Not on your life. I don't go along with that sort of thing.
All right. My dear Pamphylia, what a pleasure to see you again after all this time, even in such sad circumstances. How can we help Aurelia? I can't believe she could be guilty of such a crime.
She believed Titinius was being unfaithful and wanted to win him back.
Who told you this? Aurelia herself?
No, you know how reserved she is. It was Scribonius, the secretary.
Scribonius? Well. How did he know? And what did you do?
Oh, I advised her to go and see Locusta, the famous herbalist, and get her to make one of her secret love potions.
But it was poison that she gave him, and strong poison at that. He didn't have time to utter a word.
Oh, it's terrible. I don't understand. Oh, that Scribonius did us a terrible wrong with his insinuations. He and his mistress Arsinoe, that schemer. I hate them.
Who is this Arsinoe that you mentioned?
One of Cleopatra's servants, a nursemaid, I think.
The lovely Aurelia, forced to give her pot-bellied husband a love potion. Oh, what a waste. A manual on the art of letter writing. How to write a letter according to the rules of the art. I've lost the habit a bit since I've been in the army. Hey, you, servant, come here. I'm investigating the death of Titinius. Have you noticed anything unusual about your master's behavior?
You don't know who you're speaking to if you dare to address me in that tone.
And you, what makes you so proud? Your clothes are those of a servant. There's no point trying to impress me.
I am not just any servant. I am Arsinoe, nursemaid to little Caesarion, Cleopatra's son.
A fine position, indeed. But in that case, what are you doing here?
I've come to see Scribonius.
Good day. I've been ordered to look into the death of Titinius.
All I can tell you is what Aurelius said. She claims to have wanted to win back her husband with a love potion, but the phial that was found contained a strong poison.
That's certainly unusual as a love potion. Don't you find it strange?
It's not for me to judge. My job is to write.
Talking of writing, you must know if Titinius left a will?
Yes, I saw Titinius writing his will alone. He even refused my help. So far, it's remained impossible to find.
Would you allow me to carry out a search? Then I could help you shed some light on this mystery.
I don't need a soldier for that. But if you want to search the office, suit yourself.
And the rest of the house?
Impossible. The aedile has placed it under guard and forbids anyone to enter, unless proof of Aurelia's innocence can be provided. It's an unusual business when the poisoner is a former Vestal virgin.
Thank you, Scribonius. Well, well. Cicero and Octavian in conversation. Let's hear what they have to say.
Octavian, what a pleasure to see you in Rome in these troubled times. To what do we owe your return from Greece?
The death of my great-uncle Caesar. And there's more besides.
They say Caesar placed all his hopes in you.
They say so, and it's true.
What proof do you have of this? You are not the only one to claim this inheritance. Gold and Caesar's power have brought several wolves out of the woods.
I can't provide any proof for the moment. The will and the act of adoption making me Caesar's direct heir have disappeared.
Mark Antony claims to have them and to be keeping them in a safe place. But I'm certain he is lying, and that he is looking for the documents himself.
I ought to see him and clarify this delicate situation.
You are wrong to seek to quarrel with Mark Antony. He's a disturbed and dangerous man.
No doubt. You know him better than I do, Cicero. But let me draw my own conclusions. He's also a great soldier, loved by his troops, and they are camped around Rome.
I see you are a very cautious young man, Octavian. You will go far.
Coming from you, Senator, that is a compliment that honors me greatly. What can I do to serve you?
Lend me your power and your name in the struggle I face with Mark Antony. Together, we can bring him to reason.
You speak as though civil war were already declared again. Let's first see what Mark Antony's state of mind is. You're overreacting, my dear Cicero. You should have a rest. Get away for a while.
Hail, Senator. It is a great honor for me to meet you. I'm investigating the suspicious death of Titinius.
A death that affects me deeply, and for which I feel responsible.
What do you mean?
I confided serious matters to Titinius, a kind of secret. Someone close to him must have learned of it, and...
And Titinius died as a result. But what is it all about?
I myself must be extremely careful. But know this. Shortly before Caesar's death, one of the conspirators, Trebonius, quietly sounded out Mark Antony to see if he would join the conspiracy.
Trebonius? The governor of Asia? He spoke of the conspiracy to Mark Antony, but...
Yes, Trebonius spoke to Mark Antony. And that loyal servant of Caesar, his right-hand man, his master of cavalry, his companion in arms, never said a word of it to his general.
What you're saying is unbelievable. Where did this take place? Tell me.
The meeting took place in Narbonne.
Ah, there you are. They said you were looking for me.
I was waiting for you, Mark Antony. It seems you're taking the Via Domitia and returning to Rome.
Caesar has even done me the honor of asking me into his litter. After the Hispania campaign, returning in a litter is no luxury.
Yes, Caesar is good at showing his gratitude to those who have served him well, but his favor is fickle. As with all tyrants, it seems that Lepidus is succeeding you as master of the cavalry. Your days as number 2 in Rome are over.
He has to give positions to all those who helped him.
What he gives to one person, he takes away from someone else. I, too, served him well, in Gaul during the Civil War and in Hispania, and so he promised that I would be proconsul of Asia. Empty words, as you see. But his generosity is equal to his ambition. He's been dictator for 10 years now. The Republicans are getting angry.
You probably mean your friends Brutus and Cassius.
Them and many others, too. There is feeling against him on all sides. People say he should be stopped in his tracks. There's a conspiracy.
A conspiracy against Caesar? Are many involved? Are they determined? Or is it just a rumor?
They are determined, but they need a leader, a man of action, someone like you, who could control the changeable moods of the Roman people.
A leader? When is this plot planned for?
Soon, if he continues to abuse his power when he returns to Rome.
Don't count on me, Trebonius. This is not the time for me to rise up against the man who made me what I am. But I am honored by your trust, and I will remain silent. Meanwhile, Be careful not to rush into any impulsive action. An improvised conspiracy is doomed to failure.
What a strange man. For a moment I thought we could really count on him, but will he keep his mouth shut?
So Mark Antony knew about the conspiracy. Why didn't he do anything? All this is getting very interesting. Uh-oh, Mark Antony didn't warn Caesar of the danger that faced him. Such a lack of action looks very much like complicity. Greetings, Octavian. What are you doing at Cicero's home?
I came to ask his advice as a friend and lawyer.
Oh, what about?
About Caesar's will. I have rights, and I intend to exercise them. But I have to find the will first. Can I count on you to help me?
What's in it for me? A poor decurion.
Promotion to a high rank in the army? A good marriage? Whatever you want.
What are you doing at Cicero's house, noble lady? Are you one of his relatives?
One of his relatives. You never said a truer word. I'm Terentia, the former wife of the senator.
Oh, so you are divorced. But I see you were able to stay on good terms with your former husband.
Appearances can be deceptive, soldier. I have only come to Marcus Tullius's house to collect some personal belongings, jewels in particular, because I have doubts about the generosity of an old man surrounded by young wolves.
You paint a curious picture of our revered senator.
You don't know him as well as I do, soldier. That's all. Enough of Cicero. You are a nice-looking fellow. What do you say coming to Claudia's? She's holding a feast. There will be a lot of fine people there.
Thank you. I'd be delighted to come, since you'll be there too. Brutus's dagger. I'll have to ask him about this weapon when I see him. Cicero's famous dialogue on Brutus. I've heard that Cicero made it into a lesson. With him as the enlightened tutor, no doubt. What do you do here, slave?
I am no longer a slave. Can't you see by my cap that I'm a free man? I am literate, as my name indicates.
Your name isn't on your cap.
I'm called Philologus.
You must be proud to serve in the house of such a famous man as the senator.
I am very honored, but the wind is changing at present, and the senator is in an increasingly precarious position. He doesn't seem to be aware of the danger.
Couldn't you warn him? You, the staff of his own house?
What good would it do? He never listens to us.
My hints left him cold. Is that you, Tyron, Cicero's loyal and famous secretary?
I am he, yes. How may I help you?
I'm investigating the death of Titinius.
He was a great friend of my master.
A confidant of Cicero?
They wrote to each other a great deal and often saw each other. Some time before the death of Titinius, my master charged me with delivering some important letters to him, to put in a safe place in case anything happened to him.
Letters? Oh, what letters?
I know neither the contents nor who wrote them, but I gave them to Titinius shortly before his death.
Let's move closer and listen. Wicked tongues can often teach us things.
Greetings, Fulvia. How are you? You seem anxious. It's true that your husband is too preoccupied with other business at the moment to take proper care of you.
Yes, Mark Antony has much to be worried about. Restoring order to Rome, punishing the assassins, and rallying everyone to his cause, despite attacks from your beloved Cicero.
And getting his hands on Caesar's will, before the others, to hide it in a safe place, I suppose.
Oh, he's not a consul for nothing.
I'm not talking about the consul's political worries, but his affairs of the heart. They say he is very busy in that area as well.
I am astonished that a highborn lady like you would pay attention to tavern gossip.
The sort of place your husband keeps pretty busy in as well. Poor Fulvia. You really stand up for your Mark Antony, whatever he does.
I don't want your pity, Claudia. A woman's place is by her husband's side. A precept you have somewhat neglected in your own life.
But at least I'm a free woman. But here I am, talking away, and I'm forgetting the main thing. The feast I'm giving at my house. What a complicated business. If I invite my old admirer, Cicero, that mad woman, Terentia, his ex-wife, will kick up a fuss.
And you won't have my husband, who would like to silence that awful mudslinging lawyer once and for all.
If I invite Octavian, it'll be even worse. You never know what he's thinking, who he's planning to join up with, or against whom. Oh, what a cold fish he is.
You poor thing. What about the menu? The ostia leeks are delicious at the moment, but Spanish artichokes are far too expensive. If I were you, I'd get oysters from Circe and some sea urchins from Cape Misenum. They're a bit dear, but with nice sauce.
My cook does a marvelous fish stew, perhaps with some honey bread.
What would be even better would be some farm-raised moray eels. I'll leave you to your little problems. Let me know if you want to invite Mark Antony and myself when you have finally drawn up your guest list. Farewell.
Greetings, noble Claudia. What a pleasure and honor it is for me to meet you in these wonderful gardens.
I haven't had the pleasure of meeting you, soldier. Who are you?
My name is Hercules Prasinus. I am a Decurion, and I'm new to Rome. But who has not heard of the beautiful Claudia Pulcher?
You flatter me, soldier. You aren't bad looking yourself. Would you come to my feast I'm giving shortly at my house?
I am honored, noble Claudia. But your people will never allow a stranger like me to enter.
An invitation from me in person will convince them, soldier. Have no fear. See you shortly.
Perhaps something else will interest him more. Greetings, noble Fulvia. It's a beautiful place to walk, isn't it?
These gardens are very pleasant, but to my mind they recall their former occupant too much, the Serpent of the Nile.
The Serpent of the Nile?
You aren't from these parts, soldier. That's what the Romans called the Queen of Egypt, that whore who shared Caesar's bed.
Oh, you mean Cleopatra?
Yes, and what's more, my husband used to come a little too often to visit these gardens, too.
Mark Antony was also under the Queen's spell.
Especially during the Spanish campaign, when Caesar was a long way from Rome.
Mark Antony and Caesar, friends and lovers of the same woman. This is an odd situation that leaves the son with two fathers. Perhaps I'm disturbing him. I haven't thought enough about it. Pretty girl. She has lovely dark eyes. She could almost make me forget Aurelia. Oh, haven't we met before, beautiful stranger?
In my country, you don't speak like that to a lady, especially not in public. You've got bad manners.
Oh, you seem very offended for a servant.
A queen's servant. I served Cleopatra.
You again! This time it can't be a coincidence.
What do you mean?
That our paths often seem to cross.
Indeed. We met at Titinius's house, where I was visiting Scribonius.
Is he your lover?
You're very inquisitive, but I won't hide it. Yes, Scribonius is my lover. On that note, I'll leave you. He's waiting for me.
Arsinoe's a beautiful woman. Lucky old Scribonius. That explains the connection between the Egyptian girl and Titinius's house. Could you spare me a few moments, slave? You seem very busy.
It's true, I have a lot of work, soldier. What can I do for you?
Tell me, if you know, who ordered and picked up this file?
It looks like a love potion. Wait, I'll look up the order. Here we are. Aurelia, Titinius's wife.
Are you sure that is what this file contained? Smell this.
Funny smell. And these crystals. Looks more like...
Poison, isn't it?
She got something very different from what she ordered.
Who picked up the order?
An Egyptian woman, I believe.
Somebody from Titinius's house?
There you have me. Ask me mistress if you haven't already.
Thank you for your help. I'll keep this parchment. It proves that Aurelia acted in good faith. Aurelia's good faith. Supposing she didn't have another reason for poisoning her husband. A lover, for instance. But who? Greetings, Locusta. Do you recognize this file?
Who gave it to you?
The Praetor, as part of an investigation before the tribunal. Think carefully before you answer. This concerns a murder.
A murder? But this vial contained a love potion. I can see from its shape.
Does the name Titinius mean anything to you? He's dead. Poisoned. Thanks to you.
Not so fast. I was forced to change the contents of the vials.
If that's true, I'll need proof. If not, it's simple. I'll arrest you.
Look, here's a threatening letter that proves my innocence.
A threatening letter? Why would Aurelia have written a threatening letter? And what could she use to enforce the threats? Could Titinius's death be connected to higher interests? Brutus! You're here? All Rome believes you to be in Macedonia, as they believe Cassius to be in Syria.
I haven't gone yet. I've come to look for the weapons hidden long ago, here in this temple, by Claudius.
How can I help you?
As for the weapons, I can manage. But I'll need your help to find out who my father is.
Your father?
I suspect my mother, Servilia, of hiding the truth from me about this.
I'm investigating the death of a friend of Cicero's. I may find some proof for you.
As soon as you do, show it to me.
Do you recognize this dagger?
The dagger of the Ides of March. What a terrible reminder.
I found it at Cicero's house. Ease your mind and tell me what happened on that long day.
Let the illustrious dictator pass!
Let me through. I have here a supplication for the great Caesar, a request of the highest importance.
Of the highest importance? For parasites like you, who live by flattery, make way, I tell you! The Senate is waiting for us!
Let him be, I know him. It's Artemidorus of Cnidos, a Greek sophist. He instructs my dear Brutus with his great learning.
Read my request, great Caesar. Leave other business aside and read. Of all the requests you have received, this one concerns you the most.
Come, we have an agenda to discuss. Antony needs a second consul at his side, and I think that young wolf Dolabella would be the right man, even if he finds him a little excitable. Ah, so then, soothsayer. The Ides of March are well and truly upon us.
Yes, Caesar, but they are not over.
What is this charlatan babbling about? What does he mean, Caesar?
No matter. It's between him and me.
Come, Caesar. We are already late. Think of all those senators who have arrived and been waiting for you for a long time.
You are right. I'm letting myself in for another of Cicero's outbursts. Ever since I received them in the Temple of Venus Genetrix without getting to my feet, the senators haven't stopped huffing and puffing. Those old coots. Their honor has become a very ticklish matter. Well, let's go and smooth their ruffled feathers. Ave, my friends. Greetings to you, Brutus.
Ave, noble Caesar.
After the council, come and drink a few cups with me. And during the sitting, stay close by me, dear friends, so that my thoughts can be with you.
I'll stay so close to you that your friends will wish I'd been in hell.
Quickly, Trebonius. Remember what you are to do. Keep Mark Antony busy and stop him from entering the Curia.
Go on then, Tilius. It's your move.
greatest, noblest, and most powerful Caesar, I throw myself at your feet and implore your clemency.
You again, Tilius Cimber. Still begging for your brother, that rascal I banished by decree. Do you think you could soften Caesar with honeyed words and flattery? Do you think that my friendship for you places your brother above the law? Or maybe you believe I was wrong, and that this is the time and the place to tell me so?
What are you doing, wretch? How dare you touch me in this way, with violence?
Take this, tyrant. That was just a foretaste of violence. Brother, help me, help!
I'm here, brother.
Cicero.
Tyranny is at an end. Long live the Republic. Come, brothers, let's not be afraid to announce what we have done to the people of Rome. Let us go and show them our daggers dripping with the tyrant's blood. See, citizens, Brutus has been equal to his illustrious forefather. Once again, Brutus has driven from Rome kings thirsty for power.
Well, I won't insist.
Very well, Decurion, you may pass.
Ah, yuck, a snake!
What about that? The famous secret code for Caesar's military communications. Ah, an inscription. Honorius Aurifex Fecit. The goldsmith Honorius made me. Nice work. But this scroll is hermetically sealed. This golden cylinder must be your work. It's such a delicate piece of work.
Yes, I recognize my work.
Can you open it for me? I've lost the key.
Willingly. Here you are.
Ah, thank you. What a magnificent shawl you're wearing.
It's a gift from a place far away. Egypt.
And who could have brought you such a treasure?
Caesar himself brought it back for me from his Egyptian campaign.
He had taste. It's embroidered all over. What do these hieroglyphs mean?
I've never known. Some magic rite, probably, because Caesar was superstitious and asked me to keep it like a talisman if anything ever happened to him.
What concern he showed for you?
Yes, Caesar was a great seducer, but he was faithful in his fashion. I believe he loved me very much.
Hail, Spirina the Soothsayer. Would you do me the great honor of guiding me around the Temple of Venus Genetrix?
Impossible, soldier. There's a religious service in honor of Caesar, who is an illustrious descendant of the great goddess.
Caesar was a descendant of Venus?
Yes, only a provincial wouldn't know that.
Perhaps I'm disturbing him. Let's question someone else. Friendly. Friendly. What are you doing here, Pamphylia? Do you work in this tavern?
Yes, Hercules. I've left Titinius's house. I was badly thought of there after my dear mistress was locked up. Oh, I'm better off here, though the work is hard and the place has a bad reputation. But I earn a little money, and I can visit my mistress without having to explain myself to anyone.
Be careful, Pamphylia. The taverns in Rome are not the safest of places.
Oh, don't worry. I'm on my guard.
All sorts of strange people come here. That centurion, for instance, with his little armed troop following him around like sheep.
He's called Horrendous. He's a regular, always sticking his nose in. He seems to have made this tavern his headquarters, where he awaits his orders. God alone knows from whom.
Hail, Centurion! It's good to meet a comrade. What legion are you with?
I'm one of Antony's veterans. Ave, Decurion.
Demobilized?
Far from it. You can't be from around these parts, friend. Antony's legions are preparing for war.
War? Civil war in this case.
Call it what you like. We'll never obey the orders of those old mummies in the Senate who want us disarmed. Our general can count on us.
Oh, true loyalty. He ought to appreciate that.
That's the least I owe him. I'd follow him to hell if need be.
Ah, who knows?
In any case, if you want to be one of us, join us on the Isle of Reno, 2 days before the Ides of November. Something's going to happen there that'll make Rome shake in its boots.
How do I get there?
Here's the password. Alea jacta est. And don't betray me, friend. I give my trust readily, but I'm just as quick to kill anyone who abuses it.
Why, a centurion! Hey, make room for me at your table.
Is it because you serve in the cavalry that you use that tone with me, Decurion?
You seem very touchy. In Asia, we soldiers stick together.
There are legions all over the place, and their generals don't necessarily get along these days. So I can't see who's going to force me to socialize with you, or accept you at my table if I don't want to.
Hail! Centurion! What legion are you with?
I'm a customer here, if you don't mind. It's none of your business.
You're not very welcoming to a comrade who has come all the way from Asia.
Sorry, but I've got problems. I'm going to need a good lawyer.
What have you done? The only one I know in Rome is Cicero, who's well known.
I haven't done anything yet, but it's good to be prepared. As for Cicero, no, that's not possible, really.
Why not?
First, because he knows me, and has already defended me in the past, in a parricide trial.
Well, if you're still here, he must have won. And the other reason?
The other reason? You're very nosy for a soldier.
Ah, Centurion. Hey, make room for me at your table.
Is it because you serve in the cavalry that...
Oh, and you? Is it the wine that makes you so quarrelsome?
You're insulting me. So you're calling me a drunkard now? Out of my sight. If not, you can be sure I'll know where to find you again, and settle this matter where no one can see. I have a lot of friends in this city, and powerful ones too.
I won't forget you either. And I don't need any friends to help me handle those who get in my way. Greetings, noble Spurina. I've come to consult you. What do the auguries say today?
They announce strange things, soldier.
What do you mean?
The entrails of the chickens and the flight of the birds I have observed all say the same thing. Before the Ides of November, 3 vultures will meet on a sandbank in the middle of the water and seal a pact, soaking their claws in the blood of their nearest and dearest. Then the hour to loose the hounds on the quarry will strike for Rome.
Greetings, soothsayer. Can you spare me the time for a consultation?
I hardly have the time for a consultation, soldier. Look at this mess.
What are these crowns doing on the wall?
In honor of divine Caesar, a map showing his greatest victories was set up in the Regia. But the slaves in charge of putting on the crowns have muddled everything up.
I'll help you reorganize the map by placing the crowns in the correct places if you will tell me the auguries.
For a soldier from Asia, you know a lot about Caesar's victories. Here is the omen. Before the Ides of November, 3 vultures shall meet on a sandbank surrounded by water. Here they shall seal a pact by dipping their talons in the blood of their family, and then the bell shall toll for Rome.
Well, well, a historic meeting. The two rivals, the old lion and the young wolf. Mark Antony and Octavian.
Greetings, young Octavian. Everyone is talking of your arrival. It's a long time since you were last in Rome. I see that the death of your uncle, our divine Caesar, has brought you back to the city.
Greetings, Consul. Yes, I was in Greece. Caesar wanted me to become an accomplished reader and writer. You are no doubt aware that he destined me for great things. Moreover, I have come so that you can hand over Caesar's second will, as he promised me.
Don't put words into dead men's mouths, Octavian. I was Caesar's right-hand man. He hid nothing from me. I have already given the Roman people the 300 sesterces that were due to each of them by right, together with Caesar's gardens, which have now become public property.
You have squandered a fortune that did not belong to you, and without the slightest legal guarantee. Where is the will for which you have made yourself executor in this way? Produce it, and I shall keep silent if it is not in my favor, but I want to see it.
This is not the moment to produce it. Too many jackals are looking for the will. Caesar had his own doubts and put it in a safe place.
Where? I have the right to know.
Let us deal with the present situation first. I suggest we have a meeting with 3 of us.
And who will be the third?
Lepidus, the new master of cavalry.
When and where will this meeting take place?
The 11th day of November on the Isle of Reno. If we can come to some agreement, order will be re-established in Rome, and then we can talk about the will, the heirs, and the rest.
We will indeed talk about all that. I am certain that the will is in a safe place. In fact, because it is not in your hands, it's clear you're looking for it too.
Think whatever you like. I'm leaving.
Greetings, Octavian. What brings you to Rome? The Romans are keen to find out more about Caesar's young nephew.
The people of Rome. They are said to be volatile, as quick to love as they are to hate. I'm keeping on my guard.
Ah, you're right.
It's a fact that alliances are quickly formed and broken these days.
The death of Titinius.
What do you want to talk about?
The death of Titinius.
Yes, I heard about that. But his wife killed him. She's in prison now, so they say.
I have good reason to believe that she has been duped.
Never trust women, soldier, especially poor innocent victims.
Friendly. My hints left him cold. I have come to pay my respects to you, O Calpurnia. May Juno Libitina ease your pain.
I'm exhausted, soldier. I don't want to see anyone.
Would talking of Caesar not ease you of some of your grief?
I shall tell you about the ill-fated day of his death.
I am listening, lovely Calpurnia. Ease your heart and free yourself of the memory.
The day before the death of Caesar, my beloved Caesar, my dear husband, all the doors and windows of our bedroom opened at the same time. It was terrifying. I sat bathed in sweat on my couch, trembling from top to toe. Hear what happened in my dream, a terrible dream. The pinnacle on top of our roof flew off, carried away by a sudden violent gust of wind, and broke into 1,000 pieces on the ground. I cried out and wept and implored the gods. Then suddenly I opened my eyes, and Caesar was lying in my arms covered in stab wounds, his throat cut. The next day, I wanted to stop living.
There's nothing to be gained by making yourself suffer. Leave your memories in peace. Noble Calpurnia, how it moves me to meet the widow of my commander-in-chief.
Thank you for your sympathy, soldier. Not many people are interested in Caesar's widow.
But you have had visitors.
Oh, I don't deceive myself. I am only the great man's third wife. I never had children, and can never have any. If someone comes to see me, it's mostly to sound me out about his last wishes, to ask me about his heirs, to find out where my husband hid his will.
And you don't know?
Absolutely not. Caesar rarely confided in his wife. Alas.
Greetings, Calpurnia. Can I see you and talk to you?
I'm tired, soldier. I don't want to see anyone. But Maybe we shall see each other at my friend Claudia's. I don't know yet if I shall have the strength to go to her feast. Take this invitation.
Thank you. Nothing but indifference. I can't have asked the right person. I'd like to come in and talk to you in private, High Priestess.
Certainly not, stranger. You must have been in Rome for a very short time to ask the High Priestess a question like that.
You're right. I come from the distant provinces, and I'm not used to your high society airs. I'm just a simple soldier.
I forgive you. Now, that's enough. This conversation is over.
What arrogance! This is indeed the haughtiness of the patricians, which I know nothing about.
It's not a question of arrogance or scorn, but distance and maybe caution. You will understand that later, soldier.
I wanted to talk to you about one of your former companions, who is in danger of being executed.
I told you, that's enough. Goodbye, soldier.
Honestly, I don't understand women, especially those who refuse all dealings with men. Why was she so evasive? Not bad, Great Vesta. But I'd be better off finding a way of getting into this temple. So, this is the port of Ostia. It deserves its name. It really is the mouth of Rome, open to the sea. Hey, you!
What do you want, soldier?
I'm investigating a murder. And I'd like to know if you've noticed any unusual movements in the port recently.
2 ships came from Greece, one belonging to young Octavian, Caesar's great-nephew. Looking for his inheritance, I suppose. And one other. But the passengers were very secretive. They landed at night and disappeared. Night boat.
And there's nothing else coming up?
Yes, in fact, a very important person is expected. But our orders are to stop any visitors from entering the port. You'll have to leave.
Nothing but indifference. Perhaps others will have more to say. I'd like to cross. How much is it?
I'm not ferrying anyone over. It's forbidden.
Is it a military camp?
Almost. In any case, the vicinity is going to be well guarded.
Important people? A high-level political meeting?
You're either very bright or very well informed. Who do you work for?
Nobody. 300 sesterces for you if you let me watch what happens.
It's still too soon. It's planned for another day. But you'll have to be very careful. The people involved don't like people like you nosing around.
Perhaps there's none today. child's locket. Here? How strange. Caesar and Calpurnia didn't have one as far as I know. What do we have here? Caesar's widow and the brave Mark Antony, his ancient cavalry commander. Let's hear what they have to say.
How are you, my dear Calpurnia?
Not well, Antony, not well. I can't stop thinking about that terrible day when my husband...
Do not torment yourself, Calpurnia. I shall always be at your side during these difficult times.
I know, Antony. You are one of the only people I can count on.
I have decided to pursue the assassins without rest until they have paid for their crime.
As a weak woman, I have few means to help you in your campaign.
On the contrary, you can give me considerable aid. The 4,000 talents Caesar left you.
I'll give them to you, with pleasure, until I can help you in a better way and see your loyalty rewarded.
You mean...
Until we find Caesar's will and the rest of his fortune. I am sure that he will not have forgotten those who always served him faithfully.
He's not interested in my conversation anymore. Perhaps something else will interest him more. Hail, Mark Antony. May I ask you a few questions?
I'm busy. Take care. People don't disturb the consul with impunity.
My, the goldsmith has a customer. Let's hear what they have to say to each other.
Good day, goldsmith. I have come to ask you whether you still have the gold brooch that used to hold my pearl.
Yes, Servilia. I've kept it safely, as you asked me. Does the pearl need resetting? The item would only increase in value.
I need money. Do you think it would sell easily?
Surely, with a history like that.
Excuse my indiscretion, but what pearl would that be?
An historic pearl. A gift Caesar once gave me. It cost 6 million sesterces.
Ah, princely gift, indeed. Caesar must have been very fond of you.
He was the love of my life. He used to read my letters in the middle of the Senate sittings to the fury of my brother Cato. He gave me this pearl to celebrate a happy event. You can understand why I no longer want to keep it now. Caesar is dead, and my son was one of his assassins.
I understand. Life has been very cruel to you, Servilia. 6 million sesterces. That's not cheap. Caesar had a lot of women. I hope they didn't all cost him so much. Perhaps something else will interest him more. My hints left him cold. Perhaps something else will interest him more. It's incredible, this refusal to talk. It's all right, I'll come back. It's incredible, this refusal to talk. Oh my, a Greek. Hail. What are you doing on that curious platform?
Hail to you too, Roman. What? You do not know the rostra?
So these are the famous rostra warship prows captured from the enemy, from above which the most brilliant orators harangue the crowds.
Indeed.
So, you're a sophist?
Yes. My name is Artemidorus of Cnidus, and I instruct certain young aristocrats in the finer points of philosophy and Greek.
Oh my, Greek. Hail. What are you doing on that curious platform?
You speak my language, soldier. Thank you for your greeting. But you do not know your own forum? For your information, this platform is called the rostra.
Ah, no doubt from these ship's rams that adorn it.
Indeed.
So this is the seat of democracy, the very center of public debate.
In theory, friend, in theory. Democracy is an idea, as Plato said. It exists over there in the clouds of the ideal. Back on Earth, it's a different matter. Let's say it is the springboard to power.
What do you mean?
This is where you will make your first public speech, where you will change the course of history, if one day you have matters of great importance to announce to the Roman people.
And why not? I'm currently leading an investigation that seems to be bothering a lot of people.
Listen to the advice of the sophist. Speak of this as little as possible while you gather the evidence. Then don't hesitate to strike hard and cleanly.
Oh, what talkers these Greeks are. Always giving us lessons about their wonderful science and culture. I can't have asked the right person. I'll try somewhere else. Incredible, this refusal to talk. Friendly. Well, I won't insist. Not very talkative.
My fine Hercules, there's no point in giving me a love potion. Your charms have already had quite an effect on me. Let's go to my villa. We'll be undisturbed there for a while.
Greetings, Fulvia. You two like to walk along the banks of the Tiber.
I come here like everyone else, since Caesar gave them to the people of Rome.
What a beautiful gift.
I should like to see the document that proves it.
The will hasn't been found?
No, nor Caesar's gold. Antony really needs it to raise an army against Brutus and Cassius, Caesar's murderers.
He can't be the only one who wants Caesar's gold, I imagine. Octavian claims to be the rightful heir.
The man who was in Greece, now back to loose the hounds on the quarry.
And Brutus was his adopted son.
To inherit from the man who so basely murdered? No! Only my husband deserves to have Caesar's gold. He always served him loyally with his arm and his sword in the fiercest battles. And Caesar will surely have put Antony's name at the top of his will.
What a good example of harmony in marriage. This isn't how I imagined Fulvia, the woman they say is driven by an almost masculine ambition, and who would not make a good model of virtue. Perhaps I'm disturbing him. Incredible, this refusal to talk. Hey, psst. You, quickly. Let me onto the island.
So soon? But you'll raise the alarm, you idiot. Didn't they tell you that it's forbidden to come before the date? If you want the whole of Rome to be in the know, young Octavian could change his mind yet again and not come at all. The two others have had enough trouble getting him to join them.
The other two?
Antony and Lepidus, blockhead. You must come from the back of beyond. Today isn't the third day before the Ides, so come back later. You mustn't raise any suspicions. I think it's going to be a bloody business for anyone supporting the assassins.
What assassins?
What a dolt! The army certainly knows how to pick 'em. Do the Ides of March mean anything to you?
Oh, yes. Caesar's murder.
Well done. So, I was saying that the wind will be blowing the other way now. You'll be playing a part in a historic moment, poor mug. And you don't even know it. What a shame.
All right, that's enough. It's too easy to make fun of us provincials. You recognize this locket?
It looks like one I wore as a child, before I took the toga of manhood.
If that is indeed what it is, what was it doing in the apartments of the Pontifex Maximus?
I will share one of my most secret suspicions with you. It has been tormenting me since the death of the dictator. I have always wondered if Caesar was my father.
And your mother? Have you spoken to her about this?
Servilia told me repeatedly that my father was one of Pompey's partisans and died when I was still a child.
We need to find irrefutable evidence. This locket proves nothing except that Caesar was fond of you, as you already know. Is that you, Spirina? Is the temple closed?
As you can see, soldier. At the moment they are making sacrifices and libation.
Wasn't it he who had this temple built? Short.
That's right. And he also placed a gigantic gold...
Because of the expense, I suppose, when the plebeians are overwhelmed by debt.
Not at all. You don't know the plebeians of Rome very well. They forget their poverty in the pleasures and games they are offered to buy their favor. No, the statue was a source of gossip because it represented the Queen of Egypt.
Cleopatra, the Queen Caesar conquered.
She was only beaten on military ground. In another domain, she wound our dictator round her little finger.
It's incredible, this refusal to talk. It's incredible, this refusal to talk. Hail, O High Priestess. Would you grant me a few moments of time in your cool atrium?
Don't even think of it, soldier. It is forbidden for men to enter this sacred precinct.
So you and your companions live as recluses? Cut off from all contact with the outside world?
The tumult of the world ceases at our door. That's rather how I should define our status. But our power is great, even though we are women.
Powerful women shut away from the world. That's something.
The great men of this world confide their secrets and last wishes to us. As for those in trouble, even if they are murderers, we have the power to reprieve them. One day, you might need our influence.
You may be right. You see, I'm in charge of investigating the death of Titinius, and I'm trying to clear his wife Aurelia, a former companion of yours.
That's enough. I may not speak with a man for long without a very good reason.
Friendly. Greetings, Octavian. What are you doing at Cicero's home?
I came to ask his advice as a friend and lawyer.
What about?
About Caesar's will.
Indeed. You are the dictator's great nephew.
I'm a great deal more than that, and I'll prove it. But I have to find...
Isn't it in Antony's hands?
No, that's what he's trying to make me believe. But he's looking for it too.
You're inviting me on a...
On a power hunt.
What's in it for me?
Promotion to a high rank in the...
Oh, what wouldn't I? I'll try somewhere else.